You're welcome once more. We'll continue our discussions. Today, we want to look at entrepreneurship as a multiple subject in perspective. In other words, we normally say that entrepreneurship is multidisciplinary. It simply means that in its definition, people define it differently. What we call contextual definitions. But in this case, we're looking at how it is defined by different disciplines or subject matters. Hence, the topic, the multidisciplinary nature of entrepreneurship. Because it means different to different people in different contexts. And here I want you to understand the various disciplines and how they understand it. In other words, it's also important to see entrepreneurship as quite integrative of other subjects. It simply means that for you to understand the subject matter of entrepreneurship, you must also understand other courses like marketing, like management, like sociology, psychology, economics. So hence the multidisciplinary nature of entrepreneurship. We also look at the dimension of entrepreneurship. What are the dimensions? Here we're talking simply about seeing entrepreneurship not only as business focused, but what does it mean in effect to be an entrepreneur? Basically, all entrepreneurs are change agents. So whenever you can make change to society, it means you are an entrepreneur. And that change must be of benefit to society. So when it's a dimension of entrepreneurship, simply means that it's not only focused on business, as the case may be. Because very often when people mention entrepreneurs, they think it's all about business. But entrepreneurs are often termed change agents. They bring about change in any area of human endeavor for the benefit of mankind. The important thing is that for the benefit of mankind. From there, we look at various schools of thought in entrepreneurship. As you can see, what's running through all these topics is how multidisciplinary this subject is. It's quite diverse, it's quite contextual, depending on where you are, which area of study you are coming from. So in that regard, many people see entrepreneurship in different ways. The different ways of what? Having seen entrepreneurship is what called various schools of thought. And the school of thought means when people define that way, those people who ascribe to it become a school. So how many schools are there? We look at them. I think there are about 6 schools there. Then of course, we also look at other cognate forms, other ways of understanding entrepreneurship, such as Intrapreneurship or Extrapreneurship. Who is an entrepreneur? Who is an extrapreneur? There's entrepreneur, E-N. There's intrapreneur, I-N. There's extrapreneur, E-X. So let's look at them quickly. Again, the references are there in the reading list for the accompany pages in the main text. So to the psychologist, what is entrepreneurship? It's well defined. To the economist, what is entrepreneurship? For instance, to the psychologist, in the area of psychology, entrepreneurship is a process where an individual would like to have control over his own affairs. As against the economist, who sees the entrepreneur as a fourth factor of production. There are normally three main factors of production: land, capital, and labor. The fourth factor is the entrepreneur, the person combining these other factors: the land, capital, and labor. So to the economist, they see the entrepreneur as the organizer of these important resources of land, capital, and labor. Then how is this seen by those in management areas? To the manager, he sees entrepreneurs as the person who set goals and organized to achieve them. He set goals for himself and organize resources to achieve them. What about the sociologist? So by this, what we are saying here is that entrepreneurs are understood by different subject matters differently. Hence, its multidisciplinary nature, as the case may be. When you say entrepreneurship is integrative of other subjects, what does it mean? It's almost about the same. It requires knowledge of other areas of study, such as marketing, management, accounting. For it to be an effective entrepreneur, you must understand some bit of accounting, some human resource, some computer knowledge. So it is quite integrative. Once you go to this course, we expect of you to understand these other areas. Hence, it's being described as being integrative. The dimensions I said earlier, entrepreneurs are basically change agents. They bring about change in any other area at all to solve societal problems. So whatever you have solved societal problems, bring about change for the benefit of society, it means you're an entrepreneur. In that case, you have what they call political entrepreneurs. People like Kwame Nkrumah is a political entrepreneur. He doesn't have any business today, in Ghana. But it brought about change in the life of Ghanaians. We have moral entrepreneurs. Today's world, if it's a bit peaceful for us to live in, that is the work of people like Martin Luther King Jr. He struggles in racist, infested society of America. So he brought about change. In that case, he's an entrepreneur on the moral grounds. How people should love themselves. As I say, in those days, when Tolkien was saying that he ought to see a world where his black daughter holding the hands of a white girl on the streets of Albania. Sorry, in the state of Alabama in the US. So I hope to see a black girl and a white girl walking hand in hand, just to make sure that he wants to bring about change in the area of what? How people relate to each other. In those days, America, where racism was at the top of issues. white against black, black against white. So in that case, he was a moral entrepreneur. He brought about change. If they didn't have any business, as we can mention today. In our own Ghana, you have for people like what? Mr. Otabil, over here seen as what? The logical entrepreneur. He may combine other areas. He's a business person, as we know it. He's a moral person. So it means that one entrepreneur can combine other areas of engagement. Asking people like this Otabil, he has his education entrepreneur, he has a school, university, as the case may be. But the best education entrepreneur we know is cont'd Agri. You may not have any business today in Anomabu, in the central region, but it brought about change in the life of Ghanaians, especially in the area of what? The girl-child education. So entrepreneurs, people who bring about change in any area at all for human endeavor, not necessarily being in business. Social entrepreneurs was one time professor known as Professor Araba Apt of this University of Ghana, talking on Radio Universe, as the case may be in Ghana here, to guide the life of university girls. She may not have maybe any business, she's an educationist, but the fact that he's talking on radio, on televisions, as the case may be, has brought about change for the betterment of the Ghanaian university girl. She could be described as an entrepreneur. Internationally, talk about Muhammad Yunus, whom we normally say is the founder of today's world of microfinance. He's a Bangladeshi, from Bangladesh, Muhammad Yunus, famous for the Grameen Bank. Take a look at it and read more about it. The schools of thought, as I said, there are about 6 schools of thought. What does it mean? It's well defined, the real material. Schools of thought. Our paradigms, as the case may be, perspectives. The words simply means that what do you have as an individual, as against the other person? How do you understand this? When you have things like this, it means you have different schools of thought, or different paradigms, different perspectives, as the case may be. These are the schools of thought in entrepreneurship. People see entrepreneur as a great person. Others see him as somebody having somehow certain characteristics of psychological traits. Some see classically, who's a classical entrepreneur, is well defined there. Some see entrepreneurs as purely management, that's management school of thought. Some see entrepreneurs as leaders, a leadership school of thought. Some see entrepreneurs as innovators within organizations. And it's called Intrapreneurship school of thought. So the 6 schools of thought are this for your understanding. Then we have other cognate forms of entrepreneurship, ways of understanding entrepreneurship. Other cognate forms. You can see the whole of entrepreneurship as what? A corporate entrepreneurship. In other words, as intrapreneurship. Intra, when someone carries out entrepreneurial activities within an existing organization. The company is not his, but it's behaving as an entrepreneur. Bringing about innovations, creativity to make it better. A classical example here is our own Stephen Hart, Adai of Gimpa. He has since retired to leave Gimpa, but when he was there, he was behaving as an intrapreneur, making the place better. In other words, he was exercising what we call corporate entrepreneur or entrepreneurship. Then, assuming you have a company working in, then you leave that company to set up your own company. If you leave a place of work for one reason or the other, be it dismissal, being laid off, going on retirement, or going on pension, as the case may be. But the fact that you were first in a certain organization, gaining some experiences which you carry along to establish your own company, if you behave like that, what you're engaging there for is what you call extrapreneurship or spin-off. So I see organization was spinning, then you went off it to establish your own company. In that case, you are an extrapreneur or spin-off. You have other forms of entrepreneurship. Co-preneurship simply means where husband and wife own a business. They cooperate to have a company. Typical example in Ghana is the Combat Impressions Diamond Company. They are co-preneurship, as the case may be. So when you say co-preneurship, it simply means that somebody there's a business owned by both husband and wife. So you go through all this today, how multiple one can understand entrepreneurship by subjects, multidisciplinary. What are the schools of thought? What are the other cognitive forms of entrepreneurship? As the case may be. So here we are saying that it's important for you to see entrepreneurship not only one dimension, but read the materials and see the various dimensions. First, as multidisciplinary, how it is integrative of other subjects, what are the various schools of thought, how do we see entrepreneurship differently from other perspectives, what are the other forms of understanding entrepreneurship, as the case may be. Thank you very much.